Hi everyone. Today's channel message is normalize it, which is why I look the way that I do. I was drying my hair mid-dry, as you can see, and they were telling me about what we need to normalize. And I'm like, well, can we wait till I'm done drying my hair? And they said, no, we need to normalize that too. We need to normalize people just being themselves in whatever, like, we don't need perfect content. We don't need to look perfect to be out here in the world sharing ourselves. We need to be ourselves. And sometimes it's in the moment, and sometimes it's spur of the moment, and you need to follow whatever is coming for you and follow the flow of life. And the way to do that is to just dive in. And so when we talk about normalizing, we're like, oh, we need to normalize look in a certain way. We need to normalize this certain eating habit. We need to normalize all of this stuff. And it's like, but in order to do that, we have to start talking about it. We have to start sharing it. We have to start showing up as ourselves, fully and completely, raw and open. I don't look fabulous right now. But I don't care, because I'm going to normalize it, because I'm showing up as me. I am a channel, and I don't get to decide when these messages come in. And I wouldn't be authentic if I just showed up and was this perfect format, right? This is who I am. Channels come in whenever they come in. The middle of the night, on a run, while I'm doing my hair, the channel decides when I get a message. And if we want to talk about normalizing things, let's normalize women having miscarriages. Let's normalize talking about that, because it is common. It's way more common. I told a man last week the statistic about the number of women who have miscarriages. He was in shock. He shouldn't be shocked. He should know. Most men should know, right? Let's normalize not getting married and the institution of marriage. Let's normalize divorce that's not awful. My divorce wasn't awful because we both committed to making it not awful. I get it. There are some divorces that it is meant to be quiet and tucked away and not talked about. And people say, oh, well, we're not out here like airing our dirty laundry. I get it. You can share and normalize and talk without airing dirty laundry. There's a way to go about that. And it's the words you choose. And it's taking accountability for your role in what happened. And if you're not willing to do that, then maybe don't be airing it. Don't normalize talking about it. But the only way we're going to start normalizing is if we start talking about it. So quit making people feel shameful about getting a divorce. I can say with great certainty that choosing divorce was best for everyone in the situation that I was in. And we're better now than I think we've ever been. And there is a way to do it in a healthy way. And not all exes are horrible. And not all divorces are the worst thing in the world, because there are certain circumstances that it really is best for everybody. So let's normalize that. Maybe quit shaming people for getting a divorce. Maybe quit shaming people for choosing not to get married. Maybe quit shaming people for choosing not to have children. If we're going to normalize these things, we got to talk about them. We got to open up about our stories. We got to be willing to be vulnerable and step out of the shame, because the shame is what's holding us all back. That's why we can't normalize it. And so if we want to normalize these things, you got to step out of the shame, and we got to quit shaming other people. And the way to do that is to be very mindful of our judgments. Our judgments hold no value at all. Passing judgment, holding judgment, judging others, it doesn't have value. So we're going to normalize things by talking about them. And if we want to normalize events and pain and struggle, then we have to be honest and we have to show up. Hair half done, no makeup. That's what we have to do. That's how we normalize it. So I encourage you to normalize it. I'm going to encourage you, because that's what the channel wants. That's what the channel is saying today, is to normalize it. Be real, be open, be vulnerable. Don't worry about how you're gonna be perceived. Don't worry about the judgments or the opinions. Remove that. Be yourself, share it, normalize it, and let go. Because you never know whose life you're gonna change by doing that. I hope that's helpful, and I hope you have a wonderful day.